I got one thing to say to you all Raptor fans watching this right now. The Toronto Raptors are one win away from the NBA championship. One win. Now, let's take it back a little, because it's not there yet. And the Golden State Warriors still are the Golden State Warriors. We don't know Kevin Durant, what he's going to be doing in Game 5. All we know is that the Toronto Raptors have a 3-1 series lead coming back home for Game 5 on Monday night. Now, I told you guys in the last few Raptor videos, I said on the podcast today, and I'll say it again. And you guys are probably going to hate me for it, but you know what? I want to live my life. And I'm going to, the plan at least as of right now is I am going down to Jurassic Park for Game 5. If you guys have watched the videos regularly, you know my record down there isn't the greatest. But you know what is great? The Toronto Raptors! And like I said earlier, one win away from the NBA Championships. They beat the Golden State Warriors 105-92 at Oracle Arena in Oakland, California. And did anybody, and I don't care if you're a diehard Raptor fan or a Golden State Warrior fan or anybody like that, did you expect the Raptors to go into Oracle and win both games, no matter what the health says for the Golden State Warriors? Did you expect to win both? I thought we were going to be lucky to get one. But the Raptors win both games in Oakland, and tonight's game was a dominant performance. And it was a tale of two halves for the Toronto Raptors. You know, the first half, they were not good at all. You know, they really could not make their shots. They were having a really tough time offensively, especially in the first quarter. The Raptors only scored 17 points in the first quarter. Golden State gets 23, and the Raptors somehow, after having a horrendous first quarter, are only down 6 after one quarter play. Crazy stat about that first quarter. Yeah, you only scored 17. Kawhi Leonard had 14 of the 17. He had that kind of feel today. He had that feel of, all right, I haven't had a crazy good game in this series yet. A lot of other guys have. It's my time. And Kawhi Leonard, early on, showed it. In the second quarter, the offense still struggled. However, the defense was containing well, and they shot the ball a little bit better, had 25 in the second quarter. But in the end, you're still down 4 at the half. And even though the Raptors only shot 2 of 17 from 3 in the first half, you're only down 4 at the break. Remarkable. Let's just see how this thing shapes up, though. If you guys listen to the podcast today, I said that the key to the Raptors winning today was making their shots and getting a good start out there in the third quarter. Excuse me, guys. Sorry. We didn't see them come out great and shoot the ball well. And instantly I'm thinking, oh no, this is not very good. This does not look too good for the Toronto Raptors. However, in the third quarter, you need to find a way to contain them right away, or they're going to run away with it. To start the third quarter, Kawhi Leonard knocks down a 3 to cut the deficit to 1. And at the other end, steals it away from Draymond Green. Then he comes down the floor and shoots a 3 over Draymond Green, knocks it down. A 6-0 run to start the third quarter. Kawhi Leonard doing it all himself. And just like that, the 4-point deficit turns into a 2-point lead. And that whole start to the third quarter, well, they did just that. Now, there were times as the third quarter went along where it was kind of back and forth. They were up by 4, we were up by 1, down by 2. It was kind of all over the place. But in the end, the third quarter, near the end, the Raptors just grabbed hold of the lead and just ran with it. The Raptors win the third quarter 37-21 plus 16 in the third quarter. And they're up 12 going into the fourth. And in the commercial break between the third and the fourth quarter, when the Raptors are up by 12, I'm standing around like this with a smile on my face. Because I could feel it. I could feel the Raptors kind of pulling away. I could feel the Oracle Arena kind of drained. There was really no energy in the building. And the Raptors came out in that fourth quarter. And there were times where Golden State went on a little bit of a run. The Raptors at one point got the lead to 16. Then they went on a 6-0 run, all in part to Fred VanVleet getting an elbow in the face from Sean Livingston, getting a bloody under his eye and losing a tooth, and no call on the play. It's just a foul on Ibaka. They review it. No, there's no intent there. You're right, common foul, no problem there. Okay, Freddie goes to the locker room, gets 7 stitches, returns. I don't think he plays anymore in the game, but he does return to the bench, available to play in the game. Now, with those 2 free throws that Sean Livingston got, that cut the deficit from 16 to 10. The energy was back in the building. They were fired up. But as we saw in Game 3, every single time, the Golden State Warriors went on a little dinky run. The Raptors were like, no. You guys think you're coming back in this game? Good call, fellas. Absolutely not going to happen. They go on their own little run, get the lead back to 15, and the clock continues to run, and that happened throughout the entirety of the fourth quarter. They were up by 15. They cut it to 9. Raptors get it back up to 14. They cut it to 10. Back to 13. I mean, it was constant all the way back and forth, until the clock kept winding down and down and down, and the Raptors win by 13, 105-92. They're actually +1 in the fourth quarter, and an incredible job by the Toronto Raptors today. Look, in the first 2 quarters, I think they scored, I'm trying to do some math here. I want to say like 42 points. That's awful. I think they only scored 46, but you only scored 42 in the first half. So you have to come up flying in the second, but it's not easy just to find your shot in the 15 minutes that you have in halftime or whatever it is. And they did. The Raptors got over 60. How many did they have in the 63, I think it was. 63 points after getting 42 in the first. You get 63 in the second. You hold them to only, 46 again. They have 46 in both quarters. I could be totally wrong. My math could be totally off here, guys, but you guys can have that if you guys want to. But nonetheless, you hold them to under 50 points in each quarter. You hold them to 92 in the game. You make that big run in the third quarter. You get the lead. You hang on to the lead, and you come away with the victory. Kawhi Leonard was remarkable. Mafuzi Chef was cooking up some special stuff there today. He had 20 in 22 minutes off the bench. Also had 4 rebounds and assists on 9 of 12 shooting. Took 1 free throw, got it. It was one on the end, 1 that he had. Took 1 3, knocked it down. Very efficient. Had 2 blocks in the game. And what a great job by Serge Ibaka. He was a +11 when he was on the floor. He had a remarkable ball game. Fred VanVleet, other than being smacked in the face, he shot the ball a little rough today, but he had 8 points, 4 boards, 6 assists in the ball game, 2 of 5 from beyond the arc, +12 while he was out there. You know why? Steph Curry's out there. And Fred VanVleet is just glued to him in this series. We've kind of seen it. And Siakam struggled early. I got to say, Pascal Siakam struggled early on in the ball game, but as the game went along, he started to find himself. He shot 6 of 14, had 19 points, 5 boards, and assists. Shot 7 of 8 from the free throw line, missed both threes he took, though. Blocked 1 shot, and was a +5 on the floor. And Kawhi Leonard, the MVP in the ball game, was remarkable. 36 points, 12 rebounds, a couple assists, 11 of 22 from the field, 9 of 9 from the free throw line, 5 of 9 from 3, 4 steals and a block, and a +13. Kawhi Leonard was the MVP, the finals MVP that I think we all smell coming, but we're just going to have to wait and see. This series ain't done yet. Marc Gasol had 9 points, 7 boards, 3 assists on 3 of 8 shooting. Again, struggled early on, as almost every Raptor did, except for Kawhi Leonard. But he ended the game, like I said, had a rough night, 9.7 boards. But he only played 28 minutes. You know why? Because Serge Ibaka was that good, and he played 22 off the bench. And that's what we love about Nick Nurse, people. In-game adjustments. Dwayne Casey was horrendous with that. He never did. He fell into his rotations, and that's what they were, period. With Nick Nurse, he rides what's working. What has been working through this series? Well, Fred VanVleet all over Steph Curry, so that's why Fred VanVleet played 29 minutes in the ballgame. And Danny Green played heavy minutes in the last game. You know, well, actually, did he? Yeah, he got in foul trouble, but he played a lot of big minutes in that game, in Game 3. He got in foul trouble today, and he wasn't making the shots. He only played 30 minutes. Freddie played 29. That is the in-game adjustments from Nick Nurse that we have not seen from Dwayne Casey. I mean, ideally, you know, if Dwayne Casey had Kawhi Leonard, there might have been a different story, but we'll never know. And watching Lowry, look, he had a rough night shooting the basketball. He definitely did. Had 10 points on 3 of 12 shooting, 0 of 4 from 3, but he's always going to do everything else for you. He was 4 of 4 from the line. He had 7 assists in the ball game. He had, 3 steals in the game, +5 on the floor. He was awesome. And Danny Green, even though he shot the ball horrendously, was still a plus 13 while he was out there. So that's a great job by him, even though his shot's not falling, to still defend the way we know he can. And for the Toronto Raptors, when you hold the Golden State Warriors to under 50% from the field and 30% from three, they didn't even get in double digits. Steph Curry was not 47 points Steph Curry. We were hearing after the last game, because Raptor fans, I mean, you guys probably watched all the ESPN, TNT, all that stuff, about the Raptors after game 3. And you heard all these guys saying, well, the Warriors were not healthy. You didn't see Kevon Looney. You didn't see Klay Thompson. And Steph Curry went off for 47 and you still lost. Well, Steph Curry was not very good today. He shot 2 of 9. He was horrendous defensively. Yes, he had 27 points, but he shot 9 of 22, 7 of 8 from the line. Knocked out, like I said, 2 of 9 from 3. He was a minus 11 on the floor. He was not very good. Klay Thompson, however, was remarkable. Every shot he took, you felt like it was going in. He had 28 points on 11 of 18 shooting, 6 of 10 from 3. He was awesome. And if Draymond Green wants to continue to talk a bunch of garbage, keep going, bud, because it seems to be getting you real far, and keep shooting threes, because that seems to be working for you. Raptor fans, real talk. 1 win away. 1 win away from an NBA championship. And I think the stat was in the NBA Finals, if a team has a 3-1 series lead, that team is it's either 33 or 32-1. That one was Golden State losing 3-1 to the Cleveland Cavaliers back in 2016. So if you're the Toronto Raptors, yeah, you're feeling good. But you know this ain't over yet. You got 1 more to go. All right? You come home for Game 5, and I know all Raptor fans, including myself, want it done in 5 games. Reason being, let's say you lose Game 5. You're probably not very happy about that, because now you go back to Golden State for Game 6. Now, as much as the Raptors did win both in Golden State, I think we can all agree, you don't want to go there for another game. You really don't want to go there for another game, and you don't want to go down, you don't want to, go there, I guess. If you lose that game in Golden State, it's a Game 7. I mean, I understand it's at home, but do you really want to play a Game 7 against the Golden State Warriors who's been there and done that? No, I really don't. So if the Raptor fans, like myself, want to win at home and don't want a Game 7, Game 5 is where it should get done. Now, will it? I don't know. I'm not too sure. Now, is Kevin Durant going to play? How's that going to go? Kevon Looney's shoulder looked all bunged up today. Is he going to be playing in Game 5? Probably. Klay Thompson looked just fine out there today, so I'm assuming he'll be game for Game 5. If you're the Raptors, you bring the exact same intensity you brought to the court today and in Game 3 to Toronto for Game 5. You know Jurassic Park's going to be loud, and I'm pretty sure I'll get a chance to get down there. If I am, it's going to be loud. And if you guys are in Scotiabank Arena, if any of you guys have tickets for Game 5, first off, you're nuts. Actually, my good buddy, the guy I did the last game's video, his place, he's going to the game. So if he's watching this, better cheer loud, bud. Even though I know he is. He's a big, huge Raptor fan. Big shout out to my main man, Matt. He's an awesome guy and huge Raptor fan. So it's gonna be a crazy one there in Game 5, guys, on Monday night, all right? So you know what, guys? That is going to do it for this one. You guys enjoyed the video, and you guys enjoyed the Game 4 victory in Oakland. Smack that like button, I do appreciate that. Hit the subscribe button if you guys have not already. Comment down below your thoughts on the game, your thoughts on the video, your thoughts on the Raptors' performance, your thoughts on Kawhi Leonard, and also your thoughts on towards Game 5. What are your expectations? What are your thoughts? I want to hear everything you guys want to say about this team, about this game. And Evan and I will talk to you guys podcast session. If you guys do not know, we uploaded season 2, episode 22 of the TO Sports Talk podcast there today. Link is in the description for the podcast channel and for the podcast itself on iTunes. Twitter is also down below. Follow up, send me a DM, guys. Do all that great stuff. And what are we gonna do here? I'll tell you guys Jay's edition tonight a little bit later on here. They lost to Arizona. Just gonna leave it like that. And for the Raptors, here we go. And I'll be talking to you guys Raptors post-game on Monday night as the Raptors look to close out the series against the Golden State Warriors and for the first time in franchise history look to be NBA champions. 1 win away. Raptor fans, hang in there. If you guys are going to be down there at Jurassic Park there on Monday night, let me know, because I'm going to be down. I'm trying to be down there before 5 o'clock, if not before 6 o'clock. Hoping to get down right in the square. I don't know if I'll be able to get down there in the square, but we're going to have to see how it all plays out. All right, guys, so thank you guys so much for listening and watching. I hope you guys enjoyed this video and this game. And I'm going to end you guys with this. One more win.